Hey, it's Dax again. We're out here in Thompson. They're working on framing right now, and as you can see, they have the structure of the house up. They're working on framing the interior walls, and then it won't be long and the roof trusses will start to be set. So right here where the cement slab is, that's going to be a porch leading into their front door. Over on that end is the far end is going to be a 3-car garage, an oversized garage. On the back here is where the kitchen and pantry and some of those features, and then on the main level here there are also 3 bedrooms. The homeowner usually is just generally excited to see the walls go up, and they like to walk the space to see, you know, sometimes it's hard to look at a plan and say, yeah, this is a great space and what we're expecting, because at this point it would be the time to change everything around if that's what they wanted to do. Obviously the exterior walls are already set, so none of that would get changed, but you know, inside if there's a closet or something that's a little smaller than they were thinking, and they can move it over a little bit just to gain a little more space, now would be the time to do it. So here we are on the back of the house. They have, as you can see along the back here, there's going to be quite a few windows, a big patio door. It's a good idea to plan for outdoor stuff when you're building. A lot of times the outdoor stuff doesn't get done until later on anyway, but at this point it's a good idea just for some planning. So if we need to add a ledger board for a deck, or you know, if they want to pour a patio back here and just have a set of steps coming down, all that's something that could be thought about right now. So it's a good to plan ahead, even if it doesn't get done right away. So this right here is an egress window to the basement. There's a surrounding around here that we'll put a ladder onto, so that, you know, if they're ever in the basement and they need to get out for a fire, they can get up, they can crawl out the ladder. But this is going to let a lot of natural light into the basement and make it feel more like an upstairs space and not an enclosed basement. The surround is here obviously so that we can backfill the dirt around it, so that we can get closer to the top of the foundation with dirt. And you know, it allows us to put a cover on here and cover the window if you want, and still let that natural light in so that no one would fall into it. So on this particular house, they had 4 windows in the plan, and right before we poured, they added another one just to allow even more sunlight in. So, you know, as long as they have it in before the foundation is poured, we're good. Otherwise, it gets to be a lot of extra work. So this is called an ICF, an Insulated Concrete Form, and when we were done pouring the footings, we laid out the house foundation, and this is what we actually use to build the walls for the house itself. With these, there's two layers of insulation, and they have these straps in between, so there's strapping all the way down. The sheetrock can actually be screwed right into those. So this is another nice thing with these. You don't have to frame a wall on the inside. You can actually sheetrock right to these. And all these blocks actually lock together. And when we form them up, it's like a big Lego set. We brace everything, and then you're able to pour the concrete inside there. On each layer, we do a layer of rebar, and then we do upright rebar as well. But these forms just simply lock together, and then you're able to pour the concrete right inside of them. It's quite a nice system. When we do it, we actually wrap the outside with a membrane, and that membrane sticks to the front of this, and then it goes all the way down to the bottom of the footing, and it actually we wrap it up inside and then we pour, so it's all joined together, and that's how you actually waterproof the ICFs. You can leave these if you don't have a full basement. You don't actually have to put a membrane on them if you just have like the garage foundation. But you know, anywhere that we're worried about getting water, we put a membrane on these to waterproof it. So the reason that we use ICF is, you know, you can pour concrete foundations with the forms, and there's nothing wrong with that, but having the two sides being insulated already, you get a much better R value. And then plus when you're done pouring, you don't have to strip any of the forms away. It's done. So what you get is a finished product, and like I said, you don't have to frame a wall on the interior, and you can sheetrock right to it. So it's a really nice system that allows for a better insulated basement, and it helps with your R value and keeping things warmer in the wintertime and cooler in the summer. As you can see, the house is really coming together here. There's quite a few windows on the front. There's going to be some nice peaks. The front door here, it's really starting to look good.